We have parenting this morning. We have Iwalola in the house with us, and she's been around for about 2 weeks now. Today, we're talking about kids and responsibility. You're welcome. It's great to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
So, growing up, maybe should we do this in ranges, in age ranges? Because, I mean, at the beginning, a kid, somebody who's under 2 or so, would you say someone like that should have a responsibility? So are we looking at it in ranges, or should we look at it as general, as kids as a whole?
Sure.
Okay.
It has to be, age appropriate.
Age appropriate, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can never start too early.
You can't start too early.
Too early, yes.
So how do when should you start teaching kids about responsibility?
Once a child starts talking, the child knows, okay, Mommy, I want to eat. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, give me. Once a child starts talking, you start teaching responsibility.
All right, so
you start young. Because if you don't start young, it might be too late.
Now that is where a lot of people have different issues.
Okay.
What should you start telling them? What should they start doing? So what kind of responsibility should kids start having as soon as they can talk?
Okay. Yeah, a child wants to drink water, for instance. Okay, go and get water from there. If a child tells me, I want to drink water, okay, get a glass and take water. You are teaching that child that I won't be doing it for you all the time. You can do it for yourself. The child is not handicapped. Okay, go there and take. Of course, when you are doing that, when you're starting early, so you show example how to do it. Okay, you can start by saying, okay, you take a bottle of water, you pour. This is how you pour it in your cup. Then you drink. The child will start learning from there.
Okay.
The next time, the child will not even want to ask, okay, Mommy, I want to drink water. I expect you to bring water. Okay. The child, okay, Mommy, he or she can tell you, I want to drink water. Okay, go ahead, go and take water. Because you have shown the child the other time how to pour the water in a glass and drink. Okay. Yes.
So now there are other areas now, apart from this, has to do with chores and personal, hygiene and all of that.
Okay.
Now there are areas like moral obligations, financial obligations, and the way you relate, social obligations. How do you teach the child such responsibilities?
Okay. As a parent, like I said, they are watching you, how you're doing it. Then you tell them, as you're doing it, you are telling them, okay, this is expected of you. You are expected to take account for your actions. Okay, this is how you're supposed to do it. They see you are doing it, and they too will do it. They believe that, okay, I'm supposed to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
In the case where they don't get to see their parents so often, I mean, in your 21st century parents is most of the time at work.
Yes.
So, I mean, if not one, maybe, if not both of them, maybe one is around, and then they get to see the parent only early in the morning or late at night and all of that. This can be quite a challenge. Yes, this can be quite a challenge. How does one surmount such a challenge?
Yes,
when it comes to teaching them these obligations.
If you know the kind of children you want to raise, you make sacrifices. Both parents can. Okay, you have to work.
What is the sacrifice I'm making for my child?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Both parents have to make sacrifices. You sit down and talk about it. Daddy and mommy should not be away all the time. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not as if they won't work. They will work. Maybe, okay, at the formative years, mommy should take up this kind of job so that she will be more available for the children. While the daddy is always there, morning till night. After formative years, of course, you can decide to change your job, or you can even decide to start your business even right at home. So that you'll be there for them to teach them the basic things they need to know. Because if you don't do that, there is no magic that will happen.
In the process of teaching, where is there place for punitive measures, and how should they be carried out while we're teaching a kid about responsibility?
Okay. When you are training your child, when you are teaching responsibility, there should be measures. Okay. You tell the child, if you don't do this, you can't have this. For instance, a child finished eating. If you don't clear up the mess on the table, you won't get to play with your toys. You put that measure in place. If you don't finish your chores, you won't watch television, or you won't go out with your friend. So you put those things in place, and the child will get to know that, okay, I have to do this, I have to accept this, doing this. If I don't do it, I won't get to do the other things.
In your work, does physical discipline, having to use the rod, does it come in at any point when you're teaching kids about responsibility?
Yes. You know, even the Bible says don't spare the rod. Spare the rod is for the child. I'm not saying you beat all the time. You don't. Before you get to that point, you must have, corrected the child or warned, okay, this is right, this is wrong. You don't do this, you do this. Before you get to the point of using rod. And when you are using rod, you are not beating the child and you are taking him to the hospital the next, moment. No. You use the rod sparingly. Okay? When I say use the rod, even sometimes once you bring out the rod, the child is already shivering, okay? Because he doesn't want you to cane. But if you want to use the rod, you can just pat, use the rod, give me your palm, 1, 2. You are not flogging, and the child faints, and you are rushing the child to the hospital. No.
So you're saying there's a place, because a lot of people will tell you that absolutely that it should not come into play.
I won't buy into that. Yes, you should use a rod.
You should.
You should.
Now, moving on, when they've gotten to a point whereby, maybe getting into their adolescent or into their teenage years, at this point in time, external influences, peer influence starts coming in. At this point in time, they start bringing in things from outside and all of that. And then you start seeing that the things that you've been teaching them, maybe, there's a little bit of something might be shaking there and all of that. In those situations where something you've taught them when they were growing up, and then they come in bringing things that have influenced that thing per se, how do you react in such situations?
Okay. You won't shout. Okay. You just call the child. You sit the child down. I've told you before, I've taught you that this is wrong, this is not good. So why are you doing this? Let the child talk to you and listen when the child is talking. Ask questions. When you see strange things with your children, why do you have to do this? Where do you see this? Who gave you this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Let the child, when you are doing it, you are not on top of your voice, you are not shouting, ranting. Because if you do that, definitely the child will know that, okay, I'm in trouble. The child will start hiding things from you henceforth. So don't do that. Just sit the child down. You must be friends with your child anyway, right from the beginning. So they will be free to talk to you.
All right.
To share with you.
Share with you.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. That was quite instructive, and I hope we're able to pick up something from that.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, it's time to head over to the kitchen. Let's see what's happening in there.